Hello guys, habari zenu, karibu sana to my YouTube channel, Frida McKenna. Today we're going to have a very interesting video. Today I want you guys to learn how to bake, and because we have very many flavors of cakes, today we're going to bake caramel cake, which is chocolate cake, and we're going to do it in the most simplest way so that anyone who is out there, anyone who is out there and has hana nini ingredients, as in vitu zile expensive, we're going to use the most cheap and affordable ingredients and also utensils. So karibuni sana and hope you're going to enjoy. For those who are new here, kindly subscribe, and for those who have already subscribed, kindly like my videos. You can also share and you can also comment down below. Thank you. We can now start. So with us today we have sugar, tuko na sukari, tuko na blue band, tuko na mayai hapa, tuko na hii inaitwa raisins, kuna ya black na golden. These are raisins yenye unaweka inaka fruits, unapata maybe kwa keki ama bread, zinaitangwa raisins. And we're going to have the caramel flavor, which is chocolate. Na tuko na essence yenye inawekwa kwa keki. In the procedure, mtaona everywhere mali nitaweka what itaingia wapi. Hii ni bicarbonate. Hii inawekwa kwa unga, of which already we have our flour here na tusha sieve. The flour that we use inaitwa self-raising. Nimeileta hapa so that mtu akienda hata kununua anaweza jua unanunua gani. So hii ni self-raising flour. It's the best kwa kubake kwa sababu already imemixiwa na baking powder. So hii bicarbonate tunaweka tu kidogo if you using a self-raising flour. But you can also use the other flour if you don't have the self-raising. Alafu kuna baking powder unaweka. And tuko na maziwa hapa ndio tutakuwa tunatumia leo. Today we're making a very simple cake. Hii ingredients yote, unga, mayai, sukari, blue band, it is readily available in all shops. So si kitu complicated. We have a hand mixer, na kama hauna hand mixer kwa nyumba you can use mwiko. Unatumia mwiko kukoroga. So the procedure today, we're going to use a hand mixer today. And this is a rubber spatula. It's so good while baking kwa sababu inakusaidia kutoa kando vizuri. That's why it's in rubber form. So already nimepima. Today we're going to bake a 2 kg cake, and for the measurements of a 2 kg cake, we have sugar, which is 500 grams. We have blue band, which is 500 grams, and we have our flour, which is 1 kilogram to make a 2 kg cake. For the other ingredients, the milk and the eggs, we don't really count, but we have 3. You can use 3 or 4 eggs for a 2 kg cake. So for today, we're going to use 3 eggs. And let's start. I've already mixed sugar and blue band, so what we're going to do next is to mix. The sugar and the blue band hadi imixike kabisa, ikue iturn to, because it's now in yellow color, the sugar ishikane na blue band kabisa na iturn a bit white. This mixer is a bit noisy, that's why I stop so that I can be able to explain to you muelewe vizuri. So when you unatumia rubber spatula to bring the mixture pamoja, uki mix inaenda kando. If kama uko na hii glass bowl, hii yangu ni ndogo, for a 2 kg cake mixture yake haiwezi toshapa, but if you can afford or get one which is a bit bigger, this is the best ya kumix here. But since I don't have, we just use what we have available. So this is what we have, and that's why inakorogea kwa hii. This is much better. It has already turned into white. Imemix vizuri. So the next thing we're going to do, and for me I have just used the local sugar, but kuna another sugar that is used for baking which is a bit lighter, inaitwa caster sugar. So you can go and look for it at the cake shops, mali kuna cake ingredients na mali wanauza vitu za keki. You will get it there. And it is also affordable, so you can choose. Kama kuna hii sukari tu ya kawaida, you can choose to use it just the way I have done. Then the next procedure, we're going to pour our eggs in. And beat it so much, so long as imemix vizuri, because ukibeat pia sana inaingiza hewa. So long as imemix vizuri, the next thing we're going to add is the essence. Kuna a lot of flavors ya essence. Kuna passion, like this one is passion, kuna vanilla, kuna chocolate, kuna strawberry, so whatever you prefer. So we're going to put just one kifuniko hii moja ya essence. Then we can also add our caramel in at this point. So the next one, we're going to put the caramel. You can put the amount that you wish for. Now that mine was almost over, it's dark in color, as you can see. So, but if you want, you can also measure it with a spoon. But since mine was even ending, well, let's add hivyo maziwa. Naweza sasa tumia spatula ndio ikuwe easy and fast. So tuta add unga yetu pole pole. Sitaki kuweka maziwa nyingi kwa sababu inaweza fanya hiyo, nikiweka unga maziwa nyingi itakuwa maji sana na inaweza zidi unga. So tunaongezea tu unga in bits. Weki unga mara moja, unaweka tu unga in bits, then unakoroga na kwa sababu ukibeat directly unga ita splash. So unaweka tu in bits, you fold it in using one side. Ukiamua ni hii side unaenda hivi, unaenda that one side. Na add some milk because imekuwa a bit heavy na bado unga yetu ni nyingi. Na you fold it in. This is called folding in. Fold in, and then now you're going to put our last flour. The last portion of flour. Then fold in our flour. Add a little milk now. Remember, you don't have any other flour remaining, so you just put a little milk. And then now ikisha changanyika hivi vizuri, chukua mixer yako. We're going to take our mixer, tuibeat tu kidogo ishikane vizuri. Since this is too heavy, inafaa ukiinua juu ina fall. We can add some little milk. Jumekuwa soft. For shop, it's very cheap. You can always go and find it. With less than 1,000 baht, you can have your mixer. So it is so affordable. But if you don't have cash right then, you can also use a mwiko, a cooking stick. Ndio unapika nayo ugali, inakoroga vizuri sana. So long as you just keep, if you're folding in, you fold in one side. So you take your spatula again, you now finish up. Unaangalia how is your consistency, and as you can see, the consistency. It's not too light and it's not too thick. It can fall off from the spatula. That means your consistency is now good. Then you're going to use the raisins. These are raisins that I had introduced earlier, the dried fruits. We're going to put them in at this level. Then you fold them in so that they can mix well. Isikuwe tu pande moja. Unapata pande side moja ya keki tu ndio iko na fruits. You just mix them well. Then when you go to a supermarket, squeezy supermarkets like Naivas, Speakmart, they have the raisins, the dried fruits, and many more nuts like almond nuts. You can also add them in your cake if you want. So that's good. Ikiwa hivyo iko sawa. Now at this level you're going to prepare your baking tin. And for me, I have a baking tin here. This is a 2 kg baking tin, square in shape. So this is what I'm going to use. I'm going to apply some Prestige on it, some Blue Band on it, and then I pour some flour so that the cake won't stick. And at this stage also you should be able to have preheated your oven. Make sure you preheat your oven so that immediately you just finish applying the Blue Band on your baking tin, you can just put it direct in the oven, because you shouldn't, haufai kuacha hii ikae for more than 10 to 15 minutes. It's going to backfire when you're going to bake the cake. The cake will backfire. Utaiweka itasinka, haitaiva vizuri, so haifai kukaa chini sana kama haijawekwa kwa moto. Na hii kiisha hivi, hii inaitwa butter. Kuna butter watu wengi wanajua ile kama ya Blue Band siagi, na kuna hii ambayo ni mixture sasa ya keki kabla uiweke iive ikuwe keki, inaitwa butter. So now we're going to apply now tunapaka Blue Band kwa tin. Now that I don't have inaitangwa pastry brush ya kubrush in the Blue Band, just now you wash your hands. I've already washed my hands. Una make sure mikono yako ni safi. Unachota Blue Band, unapaka huku kando. Una make sure umeapply huku kando kote kwa baking tin yako vizuri. Make sure your hands are clean, super clean, and you dry them, because when your hands are wet na ushike Blue Band, of course itakuwa inakatika, haitakuwa applied vizuri, and your baking tin should be very dry ndio ishike Blue Band vizuri. Upake, make sure each and every corner, every side imeshika Blue Band vizuri. Then you can just be quick, use some serviettes to clean off the Blue Band from your fingers. You use some serviettes. This is just the simplest way. Anyone can just bake the cake. You don't have to have all this pastry brush and all that. If you can't afford them, you can still eat a very good cake right from the comfort of your home. So we're going to put some flour, just a little flour, and spread it on this side. Spread it so well. Spread it within the tin, just like that. Ishike ipite juu ya hiyo Blue Band. I think you can see very well what I'm doing. Na hata katikati pia ishike. Then you can pour the excess flour somewhere. Make sure umetoa yote kabisa. Now your tin is ready. Remember, you've already preheated your oven, so you're going to pour in our butter in the tin. And this is how we pour it. You see how it flows? That's how it should be. Pour in your butter very well. Using a spatula, a rubber spatula, inatoa vizuri kukando. Compared to the cooking stick kama kijiko, itaacha and itakupea kazi nyingi. So this is much better ukitumia hii ina clear vizuri, hakutakuwa na waste. Utapata mtu anaacha karibu keki mzima as waste because haitoki vizuri, but if you use a rubber spatula inatoa keki vizuri sana. The butter, inatoa your butter vizuri, then you spread in so well. You must spread. And your cake is good, and your butter is good to go to the oven right away. So let's take it to the oven.